Elect Joe Biden urging Congress to quickly pass hundreds of billions of dollars in pandemic relief before what he calls a very dark winter.
If we don't act now, the future will be very bleak. Americans need help, and they need it now.
It comes.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling.
Merry
Christmas!
Looks like Martha Stewart threw up in here.
This is delicious, honey.
A little dry.
Well, mine's delicious.
Mine's dry.
Do you want to trade?
It's the
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
with those holiday greetings and gifts.
How we were going to survive Christmas with 12 people stuck in a house with no heat and no electricity.
Or food.
There's plenty of leftovers, Howard.
Beer it is.
It's the weirdest thing. There's no cars, no people.
How long can this keep up?
We heard something on the roof.
What the hell is this?
St. Nicholas is not coming this year. Instead, a much darker, ancient spirit.
Those are hooves. Elk or a goat?
What kind of goat walks on its hind legs?
His name is Krampus. He and his helpers did not come to give, but to take.
Everybody, hold on to each other.
He is the shadow of St. Nicholas.
It's Christmas. Nothing bad's gonna happen on Christmas.
All right, real quick.
Ooh.
Influenza, or simply the flu, is caused by influenza virus. Almost everyone has had the flu at some point. High fever, runny nose, sore throat, muscle pains, headaches, coughing, sneezing, and feeling tired. It's terrible, you'll remember. The good news is that it usually improves within a week, but occasionally someone can go from being completely healthy to being seriously ill, requiring hospitalization or even care in the ICU. The flu spreads when a sick person sneezes or coughs and sends thousands of virus-containing droplets into the local area. If they're lucky, these viruses might land directly on another person's nose or mouth. Well, lucky for them, not for the person. But more often they end up landing on nearby objects like a table. But the flu virus is very hardy, and it can survive for hours in the environment. To make matters worse, a person may be contagious a day before their symptoms even begin, and up to 2 weeks afterwards, even after they feel so much better. So while it's great that Debbie is back to work this week after recovering from the flu, it's not so great that Debbie brought contaminated donuts to share. Yeah, thanks, Debbie. Okay, so if you don't want to feel like garbage with the flu for a week, or get your friends, family, and coworkers sick, the most effective way to prevent influenza is through vaccination, which can be done as an injection or nasal spray. These vaccines usually contain a mix of 3 weakened or inactivated influenza virus strains that are predicted to be the ones that will dominate for a specific season. And because flu viruses mutate rapidly, these vaccines are updated twice a year. So how well do they work? Well, it depends. First, high-risk individuals like pregnant women, those with a chronic health condition, or those under 6 months or over 65 years of age, are more susceptible to the flu despite being vaccinated. Second, since the vaccine is based on predictions, some years are better than others. On average, though, the flu vaccine reduces the risk of illness by roughly half, from about 10% to about 5%, in terms of the likelihood of getting sick over the entire flu season. That means the average person may get the flu about 1 out of every 10 years without the vaccine, and about 1 out of every 20 years with the vaccine. So for any given year, you might decide that your risk of getting the flu is quite low anyways, so it's not worth getting the vaccine. But remember, the flu can do more than make you feel terrible. The flu can cause serious injury, even death. Also, it's worth remembering that in the 2016-17 flu season in the US, the most recent one where we have complete data, the CDC estimates that the flu vaccine prevented 5.3 million cases of flu, 2.6 million medical visits, and 85,000 hospitalizations. Getting vaccinated also decreases your chances of you passing the flu to someone else, like Debbie with her contaminated donuts. Therefore, the more people in a community that are vaccinated against the flu, the fewer people will contract and spread the flu, and the more donuts you can eat, I think. This protects those that can't get vaccinated, like infants under 6 months old. This is called herd immunity, because the herd is protecting the weakest members. Okay, to wrap up, of course yearly flu vaccine is recommended for everyone over 6 months old, with only a few exceptions. It's not recommended for people with life-threatening egg allergies.
You will need proof of vaccination in businesses for your customers in high contact areas like bars, restaurants, clubs, theaters, entertainment venues, indoor gyms and fitness, and large indoor events with more than 1,000 people. By October 13th, employees at these establishments must be vaccinated as well. So all of the employees need to show proof of vaccination by October 13th to their employer.
As the states continue to recover from the economic toll left by COVID-19, the full reimbursement of National Guard services during this pandemic will be another tool that will help them shore up their budgets, meet the needs of their communities, and continue our economic recovery. These are the latest steps we're taking to get more people vaccinated. Next, I want to speak to you all of you who are vaccinated. How should you be thinking about the moment we're in? First, know that you're highly protected against severe illness and death from COVID-19. Only a small fraction of people going to the hospital today are those who have been vaccinated. But we have a responsibility to give the maximum amount of protection, all of you the maximum amount. Earlier today, our medical experts announced a plan for booster shots to every fully vaccinated American, adult American. You know, this will boost your immune response. It will increase your protection from COVID-19. And it's the best way to protect ourselves from new variants that could arise. The plan is for every adult to get a booster shot 8 months after you got your second shot. Pending approval from the Food and Drug Administration, the CDC's Committee of Outside Experts will be ready to start this booster program during the week of September 20, in which time anyone vaccinated on or before January 20 will be eligible to get a booster shot. So that means that if you got your second shot on February 15th, you're eligible to get your booster shot on October 15th. If you got your second shot on March 15th, go for your booster starting November 15th, and so on. Just remember, as a simple rule, 8 months after your second shot, get a booster shot. These booster shots are free. We'll be able to get the booster shots at any one of approximately 80,000 vaccination locations nationwide. It will be easy. Just show your vaccination card and you'll get a booster. No other ID, no insurance, no state residency requirement. My administration has been planning for this possibility in this scenario for months. We purchased enough vaccine and vaccine supplies so that when your 8-month mark comes up, you'll be ready to get your vaccination free.
Sitting out here and talking without the TV on. I haven't done that in a while.
How'd you like to go to Detroit on Friday morning?
How much?
10.
The guy who knows what he's doing, he don't take the shot if he thinks he can miss.
Wayne?
Lock the door!
It seems you had a good look at them. It's a contract killer for the Toronto Mafia. Without you, there was nothing to say he was even here.
Don't ever leave things undone. You don't ever think somebody's not going to remember you.
You qualify for federal protection under the Witness Security Program.
You want to move us someplace else?
And you'll be checking in here under your new names.
What if we're being used as bait?
What are you talking about?
What if the FBI is just waiting for those two freaks to find us so they can find them? Do they know we're here?
What do you want?
I need some information.
Back up.
You know what I do for a living? I shoot people. Sometimes for money, sometimes for nothing.